You know that feeling when you're at the grocery store checkout, your cart is totally full, and suddenly your EBT card gets declined? And it's not because you don't qualify anymore, but just because you missed a single piece of paperwork. It's a horrible, stressful scenario, but honestly, it happens to thousands of Californians every single year. Well, today, we are going to fix that. In this explainer, we're diving straight into exactly how to renew your CalFresh benefits online, step by step, so you can secure your food aid without the headache. To put this into perspective, get a load of this statistic. According to data from Nourish California, back in 2018, almost 68% of eligible older adults in the state were missing out on CalFresh. Think about that, over 2/3. And a massive reason for this? The sheer mountain of complicated application and renewal paperwork. People were literally losing out on critical nutrition just because the administrative hurdles were way too high to jump over.
So how do we actually get around this? How do you navigate all this government bureaucracy without facing a devastating pause in your benefits? Because let's be real, you shouldn't need a law degree to keep your fridge stocked. The great news here is that California has really stepped up its digital game. Today, we're going to break down exactly how you can manage this whole process right from your laptop or smartphone.
Here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to cover why hitting those deadlines is absolutely crucial, walk through the online portal step by step, troubleshoot a few common hiccups you might run into, and then we'll wrap up with some essential resources and pro tips to keep you on track.
All right, let's jump right in. First up, deadlines. Because honestly, understanding your timeline is your absolute best defense against a sudden break in your CalFresh aid.
Basically, to keep your benefits active, standard households have to do what the state calls an annual recertification. Every 12 months, the county just needs to double-check that you still qualify. You can think of it as a really streamlined version of your very first application. You'll fill out a form, usually called a CF-37, provide some updated documents like pay stubs or rent receipts, and then usually do a quick phone interview with the county.
Now, here is the timeline you need to permanently burn into your brain. To guarantee no break in your aid, you must submit your recertification by the 15th of your final month. Hitting that 15th deadline makes your submission timely. If you drag your feet and wait until the very end of the month, when you have 0 days left, your case is formally denied. Now, there is a 30-day grace period, which we'll talk about in a minute, but your number one goal should always be that 15th of the month deadline.
Okay, so the paperwork side of things sounds like a lot, right? Well, let's move on to the actual how-to and see how the Benefits Cal online system can do the heavy lifting for you.
But real quick, before we talk about the standard process, I have to highlight an absolute game changer called the ESAP waiver. If everyone in your household is an older adult, meaning 60 or older, or has a disability, and you don't have earned income from a job, you likely fall under this Elderly Simplified Application Project. If that's you, scratch that 12-month rule. You only have to renew every 36 months. Plus, it completely waives the interview and cuts out the mid-year reporting. It's a huge win that strips away so much unnecessary red tape.
So, before you even open your laptop to start renewing, do yourself a favor and gather your documents. You're going to need the usual suspects: an ID, proof of income, and proof of student or immigration status if that applies to you. But listen closely to this. Pay special attention to those optional proofs. Things like housing costs, dependent care, or medical expenses if you're 60 plus or disabled. Handing these over can actually increase your monthly benefit amount. Seriously, don't leave money on the table. Go grab those utility bills.
Once your paperwork is stacked and ready, you just have 4 easy steps on benefitscal.com. Step 1, log in or create a quick account. Step 2, link your active CalFresh case to your profile so it knows who you are. Just a heads up, this part can sometimes take a few hours to process in their system. Step 3, follow the online renewal wizard. It's awesome because it actually shows you what the county already knows and you just tweak whatever has changed. And finally, step 4, use your phone to snap some clear photos of your documents and upload them straight to the portal. And boom, you're officially done.
Easy enough, right? But look, life happens, and sometimes things go sideways. Let's talk about troubleshooting a few common roadblocks. Let's say you've lost a crucial receipt or a document. Don't panic. The county will actually accept a written statement from you explaining your situation as long as you sign and date it. It's that simple. What if you're moving to a different county in California? You do not need to cancel and start all over. Just ask for an inter-county transfer to keep your case active. And please remember, if you have a disability or need things translated, ADA accommodations and language access are your legal right. They are there for you, so definitely ask.
Now, what if you just totally blanked and missed your deadline? The month ended, and you forgot. You are not entirely out of luck, thanks to the 30-day grace period. If you scramble and complete all your steps, the form, the interview, uploading docs, within 30 days after your certification expired, the county has to restore your benefits without forcing you to reapply from scratch. The catch is that your benefits for that month will be prorated based on the exact day you finally finished the steps. But hey, it's a crucial safety net.
Even with all this, you might hit a wall. So let's look at your backup options and where you can get some human support.
You might want to take a screenshot of this one. If you have general routing questions, that statewide helpline is great. If your card is lost, stolen, or you just forgot your PIN, that EBT customer service line is a 24/7 lifesaver. If you ever feel like you were unfairly denied, you absolutely have the right to call the state hearings number to file an appeal. And of course, for specific details on your exact case, your local county office is always going to be your best bet.
All right, let's bring it all home with a few final pro tips to make sure you never have to stress about this renewal process again.
First off, keeping your address and phone number updated on BenefitsCal is absolutely critical. If the county can't reach you, they literally can't renew you. Second, do yourself a massive favor and download the EBT Edge app. It lets you check your balance and actually freeze your EBT card, which is huge right now because electronic theft is unfortunately on the rise. Third, physically circle the 15th of your renewal month on a calendar so it never sneaks up on you. And lastly, keep an eagle eye on your mailbox for a big yellow envelope. That's usually your renewal packet. Or check your email if you opted for digital notices. A quick heads up before we finish. The info in this explainer is really meant to be a general guide to get you moving in the right direction. Because every single household's financial picture is unique, you definitely want to verify your specific details, deadlines, and requirements with your local county office or a professional caseworker.
Well, there you have it. You know the exact steps, you understand why that 15th of the month deadline is so vital, and you know exactly where to turn if you get stuck. The tools are literally right there at your fingertips. So the real question is, what's stopping you from logging into BenefitsCal right now and getting ahead of it? Take control of your renewal today and lock in the peace of mind knowing your household's nutrition is safe and sound.